Hi, I'm Hank Von Bank, defensive end from Farmington, Minnesota, and the Prep Sports Extra starts now.
Hi everybody, welcome to Prep Sports Extra. Gophers take down Nebraska, final score 24-6. It was absolutely dominant. Alongside Julia Daniels, I'm Will Hall. The regular season, hard to believe it is in the books. We start out tonight by taking a look back at a jam-packed slate from Wednesday night, starting with our spotlight game between Maple Grove and Minnetonka.
Man, what a Wednesday night matchup. Both teams are powerhouses, and we knew this was going to be a solid game. Let's check out the highlights.
To the highlights we go. Minnetonka up 14-10 at halftime, trying to pull this one out on the road. Pick things up in the third. Rally time for the Crimson here. South Dakota State commit Caden Harney using his legs. 14-yard touchdown run gives the Crimson a 17-14 lead. Later in the third, Skippers go for it on 4th and 6, but Caleb Francois stuffed by Air Force commit Ryder Skansen. Turnover on downs. That stop leads to this big play. It's workhorse tailback James Engel, the 27-yard rushing score that made it 24-14. James not done. He would find the end zone again as Maple Grove moves to 8-0, 30-14 the final.
Man, what a win for the Crimson. All right, Moorhead at Edina. Moorhead looking to move to 500 on Wednesday. Edina strikes first in this one, cashed in on an interception. Chase Bjorgard, remember that name, got some steps in tonight. He got the short touchdown right there, but Moorhead strikes back on the next drive. Tay Wright.
Wow.
All the way down that far side to the house. Moorhead actually wins this one. Both defenses lose, in my opinion. The final of this one, 51-44.
A shootout.
I know. Let's head to producer Ryan Williamson's old stopping grounds, Eden Prairie hosting Wayzata. Look at the effort here from Gavin Walden. Look at that stretch.
Oh, the extension.
Yeah, gets 6 for the first score of the game on Wednesday. Trojans' next possession is picked off by Walden.
Dang.
I didn't shoot this very well, sorry guys, but what a night for that guy. Eagles go on to win this one 35-14, that final.
Montana State getting a good one in Gavin. Prior Lake hosting Farmington. Tigers on the attack here. Christopher Rayhawk out of the Wildcat, looks around, thought he was going to pass, but he decides to use his legs.
Wow.
It works out. Nice decision there. He's in for the score. Lakers get the win, though, 29-15 the final.
All right, Lakeville South at Rosemount tonight. Jake Michelle with the Irish. What a run through all that traffic.
Look at that speed.
I know. He gets a score right here. I've said it once and I'll say it again. The Irish are on their revenge tour this season. They go on to beat the Cougars in this one 20-15. The final.
Rosemount 7-1. Champlain Park hosting Osseo in the fourth. Orioles tie things at 21 apiece. That's Philip Saya working hard to get into the end zone. The Rebels with the last laugh in this one. Miles Felton calling his own number. Tough run for the score. Champlain Park moves to 7-1, 28-21 the final.
All right, Forest Lake at Stillwater. It's Kevin
Durungu.
That's right. Takes it in for the short score just after a big 4th down conversion for the Rangers. We move to the second quarter now. Mac Jerkovich also gets in on that scoring action, and the Rangers lead the Ponies 14-0. They go on to take this one 27-7.
Forest Lake also ends the season 7-1. East Ridge taking on Woodbury. Last night in the intra-city rivalry over at TCO Performance Center in Aiken. Royals already up 14-zip, but adding to their lead here.
Wow.
Emmett Snuggerud getting the ball to Mark Mathis for the 32-yard score. Woodbury rolling at that point 21-zip. Raptors would fight back though. Cedric Thomas, the Gopher basketball commit, heck of a football player too, finds Leo Stalsberg for the 32-yard touchdown of their own. Woodbury able to hang on 24-15 the final.
Hot Highlights is sponsored by TrueStone Financial.
Well, we had some great candidates for Hot Highlights this week, and the winner is Joseph Mapson of Andover. Show us that run one more time, Juju.
All right, well, Matson does this one with his legs going across the field, leaving behind all those defenders as he gets in for the touchdown. Andover receives a cash prize and swag thanks to TrueStone Financial.
Still to come here on Prep Sports Extra, we show you highlights from more games, including an East Metro battle between Matamidi and St. Thomas Academy.
Plus, we take a look at Neski's postseason. That's all after the break.
Hi, my name is Preston Nelson, running back for Champlain Park High School. You're watching Prep Sports Extra.
Welcome back to Prep Sports Extra in Class 5A. St. Thomas Academy hosting Mahtomedi. Both teams undefeated entering this one in the second. Dominic Baez takes it in from 7 yards out. We move ahead in the second quarter. Tristan Carl finds Grant English in the end zone for the touchdown. Cadets move to 8-0, 35-7, the final.
All right, Cretin-Durham Hall at Elk River. Dare I say, a massacre on Wednesday. Sorry, Raiders. Levi Harris, get this man his oxygen tank, right,
Woo,
Will?
woo,
That
woo.
makes it 20-0 Elks with this score right here. But, man, the final of this one is 61 to 27.
All right, continuing action from Wednesday. Park Center hosting Buffalo. The Bison special teams making a big play here. This is Hendrix Gatz on the punt return. Stays on his feet down the sidelines, following his caravan. Look at the blockers out in front. Takes it all the way back to the house for the tutty. We move ahead. Quarterback Grant Benson airing it out here.
Wow.
Look at this. Off the deflection. What a grab from Jackson Koss. Buffalo wins this one 45-8, the final.
All right, Alexandria at Armstrong. When I arrived, Armstrong was down 22-0, but they find some offensive grounding just before the half. Gabe Hall launches it up to Eli Quemple to get the Falcons on the board. But just after the half, Alexandria responds with this score. Talon Witt hands it off to Brody Berg to increase that lead, and Alexandria wins this one 42-12. Chaska on the road at New Prague. Back on Wednesday. Hawks trailed in this one in the fourth quarter 15-12, but Chaska had a plan. QB Sam Summer on fourth down and 6, running the read option. All of a sudden, there he goes.
Whoop.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown to give the Hawks the lead. He had 3 rushing scores on the day. Chaska wins this one 26-15, the final.
Holy Angels hosting Richfield in a battle in the second. Stars defense making a big play here. Jacob Zopa coming up with the fumble recovery. They capitalize on the TO. This is Emmett Anderson up the gut, off to the races. 45-yard rushing score. Holy Angels moves to 7-1. St. Paul Johnson hosting Minneapolis North in the Minneapolis-St. Paul City title game in the second. Logan Lockermeyer, the 45-yard touchdown pass to Jamarion Sanders. That made it 19-0. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That duo teams up for another touchdown here. Polars move to 8-0.
All right, let's take a look at the Class 6A bracket. Remember, it's 32 teams. Action that starts next Friday. Let's start in the top left. Rosemount, one of the #1 seeds this year on their revenge tour, like I said, but a tough #2 seed in Minnetonka, who does enter the postseason on a 2-game losing streak. One team to watch in this part of the bracket as well, Osseo, an athletic team that could cause some opponents some problems.
Certainly could. All right, let's go to the bottom left and look at this gauntlet. Top-seeded Forest Lake has its hands full. #4 seed is Edina. #3 seed EP.
Wow.
The #2 seed Champlin Park. Whoever is getting to US Bank Stadium out of this bracket, certainly going to be battle tested.
That's right. Well, moving to the top right, Centennial, the top seed in this one. This could be a chaotic part of the bracket. Shakopee will definitely be a tough one out as the 4 seed. Woodbury has had success all year, and then there's Moorhead. The Spuds are as tough as a 6 seed, you'll see.
Wow.
Especially now that star quarterback Jet Feeney's back. Watch out for the Spuds.
Yes, we are watching out for them. And finally, we have the bottom right defending state champ and 8-0 Maple Grove, the top seed in this part of the bracket, with Lakeville South coming in as a 2 seed. 2 of the 6A newcomers, Rogers and Andover, in this bracket getting their first taste of the 6A state tournament. How about some other sections to watch? Class 5A Section 2, top seed Chanhassen, #2 seed Chaska. All seeds have 3 and 5 records or better for this section.
And Class 5A Section 4, top seeds Mahtomedi, #2 seed Cretin-Durham Hall, the defending section champions.
Rolling through these now. Class 4A Section 1, top seed is Byron. They've been ranked #1 in the latest Class 4A poll. #2 seed Casson Manorville, ranked #3 in the latest Class 4A poll. That lone meeting between those two, Byron took it earlier this season by a final score of 34-20.
All right, Class 3A Section 4, top seed Minneapolis North. They're 8-0 this year. #2 seed is St. Croix Lutheran, also 8-0.
Oh my goodness
Number 7
gracious.
and 3A.
I cannot
Woof.
wait for that one.
Yeah,
There are so many games.
Tough one. Someone's going to lose, and it's going to be their first loss of the season.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a lot of fun. All the fun gets underway Tuesday. Join us for a special edition of Prep Sports Extra. For Julia, I'm Will, signing off for our fantastic crew. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday night, folks.